Today, we have a story that will shock and disgust you. Most people do not get along with their ex-lovers. Unless you were able to reconcile and make amends with any past wrongs, you most likely move on from your ex and try to forge new connections with different people and hopefully find love again. However, one New Jersey man proved that he might be the cruelest ex-husband in the country after he was caught on camera peeing on the gravesite of his ex-wife, whom he divorced 48 years ago. The family of the woman set up a hidden camera near her tombstone to catch anyone who might have it in mind to mess with where she was laid to rest. The hidden camera caught exactly what they hoped they would never find: a man who drove up to the gravesite in his SUV so he could take a leak on the woman's remains and desecrate her memory forever. This is not just a case of a bitter ex-husband. This is a case of a man who has no respect for the dead or the grieving. This is a case of a man who has no empathy or decency. This is a case of a man who is a danger to society. The man who took a piss on the woman's grave did not know he was being recorded. And he also took his current wife with him to show her what he does to people he divorces, even though the relationship ended nearly 50 years ago. This is not just about the man's ex-wife. This is about the family, the friends, and the loved ones who visit the grave site to mourn and pay their respects. This is about the community that should be able to trust that their loved ones' final resting places will be treated with dignity and respect. Sorry to interrupt, but before we continue, please support us by sharing and subscribing to our channel, The American Republic. Your support helps us continue to bring you important stories like this one. Michael Murphy, 43, who recently buried his mother, Linda Louise Torello, uploaded the shocking footage to Facebook for all of America and the world to see. Torello passed away from cancer at the age of 66 in 2017 and has been buried at the gravesite ever since. This is a clear case of a man who needs help. He needs to face the consequences of his actions, and he needs to seek counseling to deal with his anger and resentment towards his ex-wife. Murphy and others noticed that bags of poop were being left by their mother's gravesite. Because someone was clearly messing with the site of her final resting place, Murphy decided to install a hidden camera to see if he could catch the person in action. He got more than he was hoping for when the man appeared and urinated on the woman's resting place. This is not a case of harmless pranks or juvenile behavior. This is a case of intentional and malicious desecration of a grave site. Murphy and others who viewed the hidden camera footage were shocked to see their mother's former spouse come to her grave site 5 mornings in a row to do something untoward to the land. Although it is not clear what made the man come up with the idea to defile her gravesite, the video footage clearly shows that he could care less about the woman and her final resting place. This is not just about one man's actions. This is about the broader culture that promotes disrespect for authority, disrespect for tradition, and disrespect for the sanctity of life. The man previously told Murphy's half-sister that he regretted having her. However, it is not clear what made him show up at Torello's gravesite and urinate on her spot in the ground.